This battery today called this is what it's called, Blockshakers 1400 watts by Blockshakers, and chrome. It's actually chrome battery. So I got this for $130 right now on Amazon, and in about a year this will probably be $150-$160. But this thing is fucking heavy. It's huge. This is how big my hand is. My hand's not that big, but it's a big battery. I didn't think it'd be this big online. So when I put my camera down, I'm going to put it back here, right in this spot under this tire, right here, and connect it to my capacitor. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I'm gonna do. If this reaches, I'll plug this in first. I think it will. I'll have to stretch it, but I'm gonna play with it a little bit and then show you how it is. Let me turn on my car, show you my voltage. My system's been fucking killing my battery, man. And I'm tired of, I need a new battery, especially the big system I have and the juice that I eventually want. What is it at right now? 11.5? 9.5 to turn on. It's struggling because the juice is, it's not made for a system. My car battery, the stock battery, is not made for a system like this and all my lights going on. So I'm doing this for the better. I should have done this in the beginning, but it's okay because we're gonna get it fixed today. All right, so right now we're at what, 11.7. None of the lights are on, you know, just the radio. So let's see where it's at whenever I put the new battery in. So I got the relay on my Impala. Forgive me for it's all. I spilled antifreeze everywhere. I took the cap off and it busted everywhere, so it looks disgusting in here, right? I apologize. But I put the relay on, and this is how I installed it. This is a 200 amp relay. My alternator right now is like 60 or 40, 30 to 40, I don't know. It's a stock alternator, so it's about 30 to maybe 60 amps it's giving off. I'm gonna upgrade that pretty soon. But this is my relay, and the point of my relay was to split my batteries apart. I got a second battery, that's my car battery, and then I have an audio battery. It's in the back of my trunk. I'm gonna show you in a second. But this makes it to where they don't work together. They don't drain each other out. So pretty much, whenever my radio's hitting, I plugged all my interior lights and my amplifier to my back battery. All my audio shit to my back battery, and then my car battery just works on is the battery to start my car. And what this does is it separates the two, and it doesn't let them fuck with each other. They're two separate batteries. That's what this does, makes it two separate batteries. And this is the positive. I don't have zero gauge, so I use two 4-gauge wires to make like a 0 gauge. So if I had a thick wire, that'd be one wire, and it goes to a fuse, which that wire goes to my my battery, runs through my car, comes out here. It's messy, I'm sorry. Comes out here to my battery, my positive on my battery. And this is it looks tiny right down there, but it's pretty big and heavy. But it looks tiny compared to my huge ass trunk and my big ass box. But that's it. It goes down to here. Then from here, I went to my I don't have 0 gauge. I have a bunch of 4-gauge wires. So I used 2 to go to my positive on my capacitor. Then from my capacitor goes to my amp. Okay, so that's one fat ass, complicated power wire. And recently with it, my battery, whenever I first got it in, I drained my battery so fucking much, and this worked clutch, and it showed me how this works, which is pretty awesome and pretty cool. My battery died. My car battery died, but I'm like, I just bought an audio battery. So what I did was I hooked my car. The reason why my car battery died is because I had my interior lights to my car. My battery sucks, okay? So I had my interior lights and my fan and shit all to my car battery, which killed it because it was already low at the time. And my battery died. And I pretty much jumped my own self. I jumped myself. I put the positive cable right here and I grounded it, and then I put the positive on my battery and then I grounded it, and I jumped my own car using my audio battery, which is pretty fucking cool. So that showed me that this really works. And then what also shows me that it works is my little voltage meter. My voltage meter, it's at 12. You know, it usually doesn't start that high. It's usually like at 10 something. And then when I play my music, when my bass is hitting like crazy, super crazy, what happens is this goes down low, like to 10, like to 10.2, 10.3. But now since I have that second battery and I have that relay, when my bass hits and I'm playing a crazy ass loud ass song, this number doesn't change. Usually this number drastically changes, all my lights dim, you know, but it didn't this time. So that's one thing my relay showed me. Anyways, that's my relay in a nutshell. My audio upgrade. I'm gonna add another battery and add a different alternator in. I'll show you guys how I can show you how it works and how it's wired, which is pretty simple minus all these cords. This right here is the remote turn on switch. It goes to my blue side of my radio, which is the ignition switch. You turn the car on, this turns this on. Like you turn the car on, it turns the radio on. And I use this and I spliced it into my blue remote turn on for my radio. This right here is the ground. I grounded it to this right here, the wall, metal. I grounded it to metal. And the reason why I have two grounds is because I used a thicker one because I tried jumping a girl and my shit just burnt up because I used a little thin ass wire. So I upgraded that wire. This is the positive. Goes to the positive on my alternator, and that's positive too. Positive right here. That's all the positives. Goes to the positive on my alternator. This is the ground, and this is to my amp, my other battery, my second battery, and goes to my amp. So alternator, power, ground, and remote turn on. I think you can do either one, but this is how I just did mine. So pretty much it.